The Usual Suspects really set the tone, the spirit for the whole record, because it was one of the very first songs that I showed to the guys, and when we started working on that tune, we decided for the whole album that we would not go down that COVID road, that we would not sing about our frustration and our fears and tears and all these kinds of things. No, we wanted to look into the future and get some energy from that, and we wanted to look into the past and get some energy from that. And that song kind of turns out to be our little promise to ourselves and to our audience that we would get back together in one room and celebrate the mighty spirit of rock and roll music the way it is supposed to be. But we couldn't wait, and then we started playing this song live during this year's festival season, and it felt just as good as we hoped. But if you haven't heard that song live yet, here's a little sneak preview for you. Here it comes, The Usual Suspects. All right. We take a chances. And soon we will be on the loose again. October 20th, our German tour starts in Bochum, and then we're back on the road finally. And now I can't wait to show you what track number 5 sounds like. War Paint! That's the perfect example for what I said earlier, because in order to get the right amount of energy for the new album, we had to really thumb through our band history and search our earlier records. And on our very first record, the Without a Trace record, we used drop guitars and harder elements a lot. So for this song and a couple of others on the new one, we kind of reconnected to those harder elements. And if you like our harder music, this might just hit your pleasure spot. And we call this song War Paint because it's for all the gorgeous ladies out there that get dressed up and fired up for a good old rock and roll show, and then they put their dangerous makeup on and show up at the show, and then they make the band all dizzy and make us feel like some 14-year-old teenage boys. But anyway, we like it. So this song is for you. Here it comes, War Paint.
Oh, her lips covered in red, and those eyes all black. That's why war paint, war. That's war paint, war paint. That ain't no lipstick, baby. That ain't no makeup at all. That's war paint.
Yeah, that's War Paint, and we got another tough one coming up as song number 6. So with Dead of Night, we really wanted to dig deep to our roots and come up with kind of a part 2 of Whiskey Nightmare, Without a Trace, Dead Man's Voice, those kind of songs. And I did that on purpose because I would sit down with a click track and I would drop the lowest string of my guitar and then just riff for hours. And it's funny because sometimes a song starts with just one line or with a topic or a single fraction of a melody. And in this case, it started with a feeling, you know? You close your eyes, you picture yourself at your show, and you see the people moving and banging their heads in a certain way, and then you just add the soundtrack to that imaginary pictures that you're seeing, you know? And that's sometimes how a song is born, and sometimes this is how it turns out. Here it is, Dead of Night.
You can roll with us through this town. So come on, in the dead of night. That's when we come alive. In the dead of night. That's when we're running wild. It casts a spell on you. There ain't nothing you can do. So you have to join the ride through the dead of night.
And now to something totally different.